Makruh tahrimi, then we go into performance of such an action is a sin, even though it's technically called makruh, which is disliked. Some people translate it as disliked. It's technically a sin, and you are rewarded for avoiding. And makruh tanzihi is slightly disliked. It's not a sin. So that's the difference between the two types of makruh, and they will come up in the chapter of prayer, where in prayer there are certain things which are makruh tahrimi, are sinful to do, and some things which are disliked but not sinful. And sometimes people can perhaps be confused because the term is makruh, it's not haram. They think because it's makruh, it's disliked, it's not sinful. In the Hanafi school, at least, there are certain types of makruh which are sinful. People may say, why there's so many different categories? And the reason why is in the Hanafi school specifically, the scholars went into a lot of depth in terms of analyzing the different evidences. So these different categories are based on the text from the Quran and Sunnah, the evidence from the Quran and Sunnah, and how they categorize that level of strength of that evidence. So something which is haram, which is unlawful, and it's a sin to perform, had much stronger evidence than something which is makruh tahrimi, which is a sin, but the evidence for it was less explicit or stronger than the level for haram. So the Hanafi scholars decided to add these extra categories in. The other schools you may find, once again, in different books and websites, will have a much more simpler classification. So the other schools of Islamic law have a much simpler classification. So they will have fard, sunnah, mustahab, makruh, haram, and then mubah right at the end, which is lawful. So they will have a very simple 5 categories. The Hanafi school is a little bit more detailed than that. So inshallah, just so you're aware.